cover.
Indo.
Okay.
Okay. Come on in, Ashley. I'm just going to watch the meter here.
All right. First off, can we get as much background as you're willing to share with us?
Can you reframe the question? What are you trying to know?
Who are you? Where are you from? How'd you get here? Roughly.
Okay. I'm from Arizona. I'm not from Washington at all. Come from a little town called Maricopa, population 400. In that little tiny town, I'm from a military family, so we're constantly traveling. I graduated high school early, so at the age of 15, I was out of high school, not knowing what to do. 16 came around. I asked my parents to take assignment for the military myself. They did so, and at 16 I had enlisted, went to the Air Force. 14 weeks later, I graduated for basic training, and my first deployment, I was out in Afghanistan. I was there for about 2 years. I come back. I met my first wife. Things happened, so we split up. Went back for my second deployment. Ended up being there for another 2 or 3 years. Came back, met my second wife. Had a few kids, well, a couple kids. And we had issues to where we just couldn't be around each other anymore. So, in cause of that, it led to me becoming homeless. And I ended up being part of Homes Now, Not Later community. So that's where I stand as far as right now.
So you were one of the first people that was here when this started. What was your first role assigned when you guys had the community meeting and you picked roles?
First week I got here was just to pretty much relax, get surrounded with my surroundings, get comfortable with everybody, get to know everybody. And then the following week, I ended up becoming lead security. And pretty much my role as of lead security, I would make sure everybody was safe. Go around doing my safe patrol walks, making sure there was nobody outside the perimeter that shouldn't have been in here, make sure everybody followed the rules, and so on and so forth.
Have you ever been in a leadership position before?
In the military, yes. I was an NCO, which is a non-commanding officer. I was an NCO for 6 years out of the 8 years that I was in service. So yes, I have experience with leadership. I am highly decorated for leadership, so I do honor that.
How has the community changed since that first week?
It's had its highs and lows. There's some people here we call originals that aren't here anymore, that have moved on. And you still have some of us that are here, but it's like, me personally, with everybody that's gone apart, it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like family anymore. Even though we know it still is, it's just, you have people that barely talk, and everybody goes their separate ways and does their own separate thing.
So it's not quite as vibrant as it was before.
Not just for what I feel, no. It's more quiet. Not everybody's, talkative as they used to be. I don't know why or where the vibe went. I just hope that one day it comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I used to really enjoy sitting around the heaters with everybody. That was nice.
Yeah, it's like the cold time seemed to bring everybody together.
What are some of your plans as this particular site comes to an end? What are you looking to get out of it? Where are you looking to go from here?
My plans are to eventually start my own business, get in place, and get out of here if I can. I mean, tiny home sounds like a wonderful thing, but to be honest, that's not for me. Okay, I'm used to having a house, and that's where I'm going back to, is try to get me a house again and go from there. I mean, I'm not gonna down credit the tiny homes. I love it. I'm all up for it. I'll help even build it, but I'm gonna get me a house, start up my own business. That's been my dream, and go from there.
Do you think you'll go on to Safe Haven from here?
Yeah, that's I'll stick with there so I can get my plan going for what I need to do.
Well, that's what this place is for, is to get people on their way.
It's a lot better than the Opportunity Council and housing place that I've heard. Honestly, I've gone through Opportunity Council and they've had me on this waiting list for like the past 6 months. And versus when I came here, I applied in a day, a couple days later, got interviewed and they're like, all right, you can come in and move in. I was like, okay, wow. So this place actually does try to help us from what I can see.
Well, there's not the bureaucracy of a larger organization.
Right.
It's one loud airplane through this from my headphones.
What are some of the things that you would say are working and not working?
As far as the community goes,
Yeah.
things that are working, our communication's got a lot better.
On an individual basis?
Yeah, if somebody has a problem, or just some random issue, they'll, come forward to the person, nicely, politely, and calm, and be an adult about it, and they usually take care of the situation right then and there, instead of have to go to Jim or Rachel, or instead of have to come to me as being the mayor now. They can settle it themselves, which is pretty good for the most part from what I can see on my half. Also, I know I had said before, it seems like we're not as close as we used to be, but I know there's some people here that suffer from depression. If you see a person that's going through a hard day, you always got somebody that's there that's willing to talk or give you support. So there's a lot of love here, even though the people don't show it, but there is. So that's one thing that has been worked on a lot here. Any things that haven't been worked on, I can't say. I really don't see anything that needs working on right now.
Well, you came here with your military discipline, and so you kind of know how to get through the day without, things falling apart. A lot of these folks don't have that skill, and I think this has been a big learning process for them. Is that what you see?
Yeah, sometimes, at times it can be. Depends. See, I'm very observant myself. I'll sit back and look at everybody and watch everybody, see how that person is. And I will wonder to myself, well, how would they be if they were in my shoes, and how would I feel if I was in their shoes? So I can take that as a learning experience, because I want to learn how it is to be a civilian instead of that. I see a lot of veterans nowadays, they wear memorabilia to show that they were in the forces. I don't like doing that. Simple fact, I didn't join because I didn't want to serve my country. It's just at 16, I wasn't fit to go work for McDonald's or shoe stores. I didn't know what to do, so that's what I did. And it makes it hard to get civilized people that come to you and say, hey, thank you for your service. And then it's like I choke and I'm like, well, I didn't serve you. And I don't want to be that kind of man to tell them that, because in their eyes I did. And it makes them feel good, like I actually did go out there and protect their life. So, yeah, I can honor those people and respect the people that would like to learn about me, and any other individual that's out there that's been a vet.
Well, it seems like one of the most respectful things that anybody can do for anybody else is to stop and talk and treat everyone as equals. And I can see how there would be kind of a odd differential between you with your experience and your service, and somebody coming up with their idea of what you did and thanking you for their idea of what you did. I could see how that could feel awkward. I've heard of that before. Don't thank me for my service. I wasn't there for you. I was there for a lot of reasons, but you weren't in it.
Not where you.
Yeah. So there needs to be a question about dignity and respect. Do you know what that question is? I don't either. So let's try. You have had a rich and varied experience. You have seen combat, you have experienced a leadership role, and now you are having this experience.
I could probably give you an answer to a question you might want to ask. Live and let live.
There you go.
You see me as I see you, and I see you as you see me. That's all I can say.
Thank you. We should all be so fortunate to see and be seen at eye level on an equal basis, without judgment or without stigma or without assumptions. When I see you, I see my brother.
That's how it should be. If you see me homeless, you're homeless too. If I see you homeless, I'm homeless too. If you're rich, I'm rich too. If I'm poor, you're poor too. That's how I see it. I don't look at it like you're high, I'm low. You're better than I'm not. That's not how it is. I see everybody the same. Even though some people are more fortunate than others, we're still the same. We bleed the same. We have the same blood. There's only two genders on this earth, from what I see. So that's how I feel.
Do you want to ask him, or do you want me to?
Somebody
Can I ask
ask.
him?
I'll ask you. How has your time at Winter Haven changed you?
Honestly, it's changed me a lot. I can say I'm not the same man that I used to be. I'm more calm and collective. I can actually have a conversation with somebody and talk to them without getting upset, getting angry, going having flashbacks or anything. It's just I can actually love somebody other than myself again, which is pretty nice. And due to that, I just started being able to get back into my kids' life. So I'm thankful for that, due to Winter Haven, due to Jim.
You mind my saying that you seem to be a lot more open and a lot more comfortable than we first met? Yeah. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
And, you know, the fresh haircut doesn't hurt. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You got any follow-ups you want to do? This guy gave us some great material. Thank you so much.
No worries.
I'm so happy that you took the time to talk to us and that you felt comfortable
No worries.
doing that. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries.
Oh, and the little red dot is there. That means I got it. Okay, signing off.